Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be showing you how I dye my hair. So this is how to do it yourself. As you guys can see, I have two mirrors. Well, you can only see one. I have one mirror in front of me, one mirror behind me. As you can see, I have a good visual of the back. And make sure you have good lighting, you guys. Super important to see what you're doing. And also make sure that your mirrors are not that far apart. Again, because you want to be able to see yourself. And yeah, let's get into it, you guys. Now, before I begin, I really recommend you guys not washing your hair for a week before you dye your hair, or if you bleach your roots. I know it's kind of gross, but the oil buildup is going to protect your scalp. It is very, very important to do it. And also, if you have curly hair, make sure you straighten your hair the last time you style it, like the last time you style it 7 weeks prior the hair dye process. So because if you have curly hair, it's going to be very, very hard to work with clean sections, and then it gets tangled and it's just a mess. I have curly hair, and I always make sure I do this before, straighten my hair before I'm going to dye my hair. So let's dive right in, you guys. First things first, you want to be make sure you work with 4 quadrants. Much it. Yeah, there you go. So go, it's well secured. Step number 2 would be to apply bleach all over the perimeter of the face and on the T-zone like that. Here's the powder and the 10 volume developer. I'm going with 10. Always fan out the hair, you guys, when you apply bleach around the perimeter of the face. And the front is not as dark, meaning I don't have too big of a root, because I think the last time I did the root was in the back was maybe 3-4 months ago. That's why I have a bigger root. So now I would do this middle part here, but I'm going to do another video specifically on toners, and I need that area to be dark. Okay, now that we have done step 2, we move on to obviously step 3, and that is working with every single quadrant. So I'm going to start with the back here. I always comb the hair, otherwise it's going to be hard to work with hair that is tangled. And that's how I do it, you guys. I work my way up. Make sure you press that into the scalp. Alright guys, I'm finally done with the back, so I'm going to be able to do the front. I am going to avoid this area because I'm doing a video, so I already mentioned that. So I'm just going to do the sides, and honestly this front part is the easiest part ever. Alright guys, so the last step would be putting a plastic bag on your head. I have a plastic bag here. It's thick, so it's going to keep that bleach nice and warm, which means that it's going to keep it activating. It's going to keep it activated so it lifts your hair the whole time you have it on. So this is a step you cannot miss. Alright guys, so this is it. Alright guys, so I've divided the stop area into 3 sections. Leaving this, let me show you. This part here, I'm going to apply the dark toner. I have a 7N, so it's going to deposit color. The hair dye, I'm going to apply it on the top. Because I don't think I will have enough for the whole head. So we start with the perimeter of the face. Make sure you guys, you brush your hair because that's going to fan it out. And make sure you go as low as you see the orange. And because I'm going to do my highlights, it doesn't matter if I go too low because I'm going with highlights afterwards. Alright guys, so I have done the front part. I did the T-zone, so here and all the way down to the ears. And I also did just the back, like, I'll show you, like under there. I did all of that. This is going to remove that yellow root that I had going on, and it's going to give me a beautiful color. I could leave it like that, but I am going to do a few highlights, and yeah, so I'm ready to move on to step number, what is this step? I don't remember, but next step. Alright you guys, I am back. It's actually a week after. It's been a week since I've done my root. So this is it right here. As you can see, it's a very pretty color. So from here, I guess you could leave it like this. I like to add some highlights on the top. Just a few. I just need a few. I don't need much. I'm going to be using foils today. And I really love these from FRAMAR. You can find them on Amazon. That's where I got them from. And I'm going to be using the REDKEN Flash Lift Bleach and 30 volume developer to do my highlights. This is the same technique as I did when I followed ELLE balayage technique. And so basically you do some balayage foils here, and as you reach the top you do foils. So I'm going to start doing that, and yeah, so let's go. Alright guys, so this is how everything looks after applying all the foils. I only do 2 in the back, as you guys can see, because I can't see what's going on behind my head. So as you can see, I put in a lot of foils because I really want my hair to be very, very blonde. So yeah, and another tip I recommend, I'm gonna leave this for about an hour and 15 minutes before rinsing it off. I'm gonna go with my blow dryer and just go over to maybe only on this side, because this side has had the bleach way longer. So maybe on this one, just to rush the process. Now, I don't recommend you doing this if you haven't done it before. Obviously, it could really burn off your hair. So I know my hair is resistant and it doesn't break as much, so I'm able to do it, but still I really want you guys to be very, very careful. Alright guys, I am ready to move to the last step, and that is root tapping and toning the rest of my hair. So for the root smudging, I'm going to be using the REDKEN Shade CQ glosses. I love these. I'm going to mix 7N with 9NA. That's going to go on my root. And for the overall toning, I'm going to go in with the colors 9NA again and 10N. So I'm going to be doing that right now. Voila, you guys, this is the final result and I am amazed. And I'm telling you guys, every time I dye my hair, I get this result. It's not what's going to happen today or none of that. Every time I dye my hair, it's this what I get, and I don't get any surprises like I used to when I first started dyeing my hair. So you guys saw all of the steps that I do, the techniques, and it is a long process. I know if you're doing it yourself, it is going to take a while. Make sure you have time. If you rush things, you might get some blotchiness or things like that, so make sure you take your time with this. I really take my time when I dye my hair. I don't try to rush. I make sure I leave the bleach long enough so I get the perfect color so I can tone after that. And as you guys saw, because my roots are black, I always bleach my root first, then I dye my roots, and following that I do my highlights, and I complete the whole process by toning my hair. So it usually takes 2 days. I would do the bleaching of my root and the hair dye application one day, and then the next I do my highlights and I tone my hair. I could definitely do it in one day, but I have to start very early because I have to leave that bleach long enough. I think the bleaching process, it is the most crucial step in the whole process, because if you don't leave the bleach long enough, you will get a lot of warmth, orange, yellow, red undertones, and you definitely don't want that. So I hope that this was helpful, you guys. If you guys have any questions, please write to me in the comment section below. I will try to read them, you guys. I'm starting to get very open about this. I am really afraid of reading comments. It just gives me so much anxiety. I don't know what it is, but every time I check a video and I start reading the comments, I'm just stressed out, and I hate that feeling. So sometimes I don't read your comments, and I should, because a lot of you have some questions. So I will try to be more careful with that. So yeah, that completes this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, and I hope to see you in my next video.